Hi there, I'm Ray Collins. An investigation is underway into a Sarasota gun range accident today. The sheriff's office says a 14-year-old boy was shot and later died of his injuries. It happened this afternoon at the High Noon Gun Shop in the Ridge Center on Bee Ridge east of McIntosh. The shop's co-owner didn't have much to say afterwards.
Evidently there was a terrible accident. He was with his father. He was on the range.
And he shot himself, or?
I'm not going to disclose any of the facts or any of the information that I do know at this time.
The incident happened at 3:45 p.m. today. An investigation is also underway into a suspicious death last night in Sarasota. Police were called to Mecca Drive on the North Trail last night about 10 p.m. No word yet on who was killed or how, but they do believe it was an isolated incident and the neighborhood is not in danger. Well, many of you enjoyed the Powerboat Grand Prix this weekend, but as our Kate Fletcher tells us, some merchants say the event didn't make many waves for them.
That's right, Ray. Local businesses have mixed emotions about this year's Grand Prix. Some say it's been great for business, while others feel last year's turnout was much better.
It's that time of year again, the Sarasota Grand Prix. That means big boats and bigger crowds.
Excited to see the boats?
Oh, we're really excited.
But it also means the possibility of big business for local shops, restaurants, and hotels. Last year's festival brought in a massive $32 million, according to Visit Sarasota. And 85% of those in attendance said they planned on coming back next year. Patrick's on Main Street said Friday was unusually fast-paced for the off-season.
Everybody was happy, a lot of people on the street, and people came all the way to 10 o'clock to the end of the party.
The restaurant manager attributes much of that business to this year's block party in place of the usual boat parade, which he said encouraged people to take their time and sit down for a meal.
It's not a parade, so the people was walking all over the place, not sitting in one place watching the boats go by. You know, it was more like a party.
But others, like the Lido Beach restaurant, felt like last year's event brought in more business.
It was okay yesterday, definitely a little quieter than compared to last year.
Next person in line, please.
The restaurant was preparing hours in advance for the big crowds they saw last year, but they were disappointed by this year's turnout.
Because we were here at 5 o'clock in the morning getting prepared and opened our window at 6, and again, it was not like last year.
For Green Zebra and St. Armand's Circle, it was a similar story.
We had a lot better Saturdays than this one this week.
They went ahead and brought in extra staff in anticipation of a big weekend.
All of the neighbors were saying that it's usually a big weekend, and we were really disappointed.
The final numbers in terms of economic impact for this year's festival have yet to be tallied, but event organizers are optimistic. Ray?
All right, thank you, Kate. Some Siesta Key ambassadors are making sure the beach is clean this holiday weekend. Miss Sarasota and Miss Siesta Key passed out trash bags to beachgoers today. They're trying to clean the beach and also raise awareness of the increasing issue since the county removed some of the trash cans on the sand.
A trash bag is actually the last thing you think of when you think of your cooler, your umbrella, your towels. You a lot of times forget a trash can, and it's really one of the most important things to bring out to the beach to keep it clean.
And they were sure to pass out biodegradable bags in case they don't make it to a trash can. When it comes to fireworks, you might be surprised how many are illegal in Florida. The only ones you can legally buy are sparklers, glowworms, and snakes. But a loophole in the law allows an exemption for those who buy fireworks for agricultural purposes.
The type of legal fireworks that you can have in the state of Florida are basically the ones that emit showers of sparks and they do not leave the ground. If it self-propels or explodes, it is illegal. So, and especially Chinese lanterns are very illegal and very dangerous.
And don't take those sparklers too lightly. They can reach 1,200 degrees. The 4th of July weekend is one of the most dangerous on the roads. Nearly half of all accidents involve drinking and driving. So if you do drink too much, you can call a free tow service tomorrow. It goes right through till 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, and it's good within a 10-mile radius. The number is 855-2TOW-TO-GO. Nice service there. It should be a nice night for fireworks tomorrow. Let's get details from meteorologist Steve Newman.
Oh, Ray, it is a sultry night out tonight. It's just very still and warm, still in the mid to upper 80s across the region. But most of the thunderstorms we had over the area, widespread, have now pretty much matured, except for one right now crossing I-4, just about Brandon, westward Plant City. It's going to pass I-4 heading up to Zephyr Hills. But as far as the Suncoast, the immediate area, we don't have any more showers, nor will we for the remainder of tonight. There it is, 86 degrees with a sultry dew point of 74. Our high today was 92 degrees. The record was 100 set back in 1998. Last night's low 76. I don't think it's going to be that cool tonight. These are the temperatures bottoming out at 78, 79, 80 degrees overnight. The complete forecast coming up in about 6 or 7 minutes.
Thank you, Steve. Now a nice story here. Last month, a little boy had a birthday party and nobody RSVP'd. So the parents asked police to come over and make him feel special. The boy has autism. So that went so well that today police had another party and invited any kids who parents felt their kids often get excluded. Kids were able to enjoy bounce houses, T-shirts, desserts, and entertainment. A local farm also brought animals to interact with children with challenges. The original birthday boy's father was pleased.
We'd like to do a birthday bash for everyone who's never had a birthday, people with autism, everybody. People that have never shown up for one kid's party. We want to do this for everybody that this happened to. And just today in general is about all that. And it's been awesome.
And here's a picture from that party last month that was saved by police. The picture was shared around the world, and today Daniel received plenty of gifts from the community at the party. Some popular local singers. The Gloria Musicae Singers will honor Independence Day with a special performance at First United Methodist Church tomorrow. They plan to sing patriotic music, including selections by Irving Berlin and others. The event also features a salute to the armed forces.
It's an opportunity to recognize the anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation and also to sort of draw together after some of the horrific events in Orlando recently and remember these times in our history that have been difficult and that we get through them.
The show is tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. at the church at 104 Pineapple, just south of Main Street. Tickets are $30. Still to come, your 4th of July forecast, and in honor of the holiday weekend, a look back at some local veterans flown to Washington, D.C. and given the red carpet treatment. The honor flight is up next.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you. At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7 weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and...
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If he doesn't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one.
little help here?
That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
All right, this is special now. A few weeks ago, a group called the Honor Flight flew dozens of Suncoast World War II veterans up to the nation's capital. I had a chance to tag along. It was a day I'll never forget. Anchors away at the St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport. Long before dawn, 80 World War II veterans in tan shirts are about to take off for a day they'll never forget in the nation's capital. Among the group from West Central Florida, 2 vets from the Pines of Sarasota, 89-year-old sailor Bob Flint and 98-year-old soldier Bob King.
Are you really? Another 98-year-old. 98. God bless you. We love you.
And off we went into the wild blue yonder, watching the sun rise as we flew up the eastern seaboard. Our first stop was the 10-year-old Air Force Memorial, where the vets from West Central Florida were greeted by active duty vets who had come to see them. A camera crew hired by the Air Force caught the moment on tape. This is the 25th trip for the Ohio-based Honor Flight organization and the 4th for one volunteer who says he is in awe of what these vets went through more than half a century earlier.
These gentlemen and some ladies have been through hell and back, and we're lucky to have them, citizens of this great nation.
For many of these great citizens, it was their first trip to the National World War II Memorial. It was established in 2004, back when Bob was in his mid to late 80s. On this day, it was the setting for a major photo opportunity that drew plenty of attention from passers-by. For many of these veterans, they say the biggest surprise of the day was the reaction they received from total strangers.
It's such a pleasure to realize that the people acknowledge the fact of what we all went through.
You really do feel that today, don't you?
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. It's a good feeling to know that they care.
But some 2 hours later, and 1,000 miles farther south, our World War II vets would have their own airport homecoming that many would say was beyond awesome. The nice welcome off the plane began to snowball, and a line of people clutching flags, holding signs, and shaking hands continued all the way down the hallway. Hundreds of people had come out to see these veterans and welcome them home as if it was 70 years earlier.
Welcome home.
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
The crowd of people packed the lobby with music and a picture. Days later, the Pines of Sarasota held a welcome home party for Bob King and Bob Flint, who had time now to reflect on that whirlwind day in Washington, D.C.
The trip was a wonderful trip. Everybody was first class with service.
I thought it was fantastic. From the start, and especially the end, the congratulations at the airport was unbelievable. But the monuments were great, and it was a great tribute to everybody that served in this service.
The chills just watching that amazing day. In the past 4 years, the Honor Flight of West Central Florida has made 26 trips and flown nearly 2,000 local veterans to the nation's capital. All right, other news now. New details about last month's gator attack that killed a boy at Disney World. The father of the toddler says when he tried to rescue his son, a second gator began attacking him. Nearby signs did warn of not swimming, but didn't mention alligators. Wildlife crews later removed and destroyed 5 gators from the Disney waters. An 18-year-old walking through Central Park stepped on an explosive today and received serious injuries. 3 friends were in the park late this morning. The deputy police chief in New York says the whole thing is still a mystery.
It sounded like a cannon, so that's why I thought it was like a 4th of July thing.
The victim may have lost a foot. There is no evidence that the explosion was terrorism related. Hillary Clinton is waiting for answers after a 3-hour FBI interview this weekend. As reporter Mary Bruce tells us, it's all about the emails.
Hillary Clinton successfully dodged reporters and cameras driving to and from FBI headquarters for her 3.5-hour sit-down with investigators. But the interview did not stop talk about a possible indictment if she's found to have mishandled classified information on a private email server when she was Secretary of State. The presumptive Democratic presidential nominee again denying any wrongdoing in a phone interview with MSNBC.
I never received nor sent any material that was marked classified.
Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown, who is not denying that he's being vetted as a possible vice presidential running mate, defended Clinton on ABC's This Week.
She's released 55,000 pages of emails, 31,000 different emails.
The outcome of the investigation rests with Attorney General Loretta Lynch, who sparked a political firestorm when she met privately with Bill Clinton last week. The encounter on the Phoenix airport tarmac generating ammunition for Donald Trump's campaign.
I mean, even before this meeting between Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch, the Trump campaign had essentially seen this investigation as a win-win. Either she is prosecuted in some way, or if not, they would claim whitewash.
Trump tweeting, "It is impossible for the FBI not to recommend criminal charges against Hillary Clinton. What she did was wrong." Lynch says she will accept whatever recommendation is made by the lawyers and FBI agents investigating the case. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Washington.
Also over the weekend, Donald Trump met with Indiana Governor Mike Pence. It is fueling talk of a possible running mate, but the Trump campaign says nothing was offered and nothing was accepted. Services were held today in memory of Elie Wiesel in New York City. The Holocaust survivor and Nobel Peace Prize winner was eulogized by newsman Ted Koppel, who said Wiesel loved to laugh. His memoir, Night, was one of the most widely read and discussed books of the 20th century. Elie Wiesel was 87 years old. We saw some threatening dark skies off to the east around dinner time, but they didn't materialize here too much.
There was a cluster of storms that's now passing I-4 up east of Brandon, about Plant City. Nothing for us the rest of the night, but if you stepped outside, it's just very still and very sticky outside. This is the sequence of images from our new Casey Keek webcam. It's just beautiful down there. You can see some scattered thunderstorms passed over the area mid-morning and at sunset. It was a beautiful sunset, and skies continue to clear in the wake of that. Temperatures across the state at this hour: 83 at Tampa, 81 at Fort Myers, 78 at Tallahassee. In our viewing area, it is really warm, especially in the Keys, with that little mild sea breeze coming in with all the humidity. 86 at Siesta and 86 at Longboat Key as well. Arcadia 82, Lake Placid 82. Taking a look at the tropics, which we do every night, because really at this point nothing's going on. We do have an interesting feature called a TUTLO, Tropical Upper Tropospheric Trough. Tutlo is easier to say, passing across Cuba, and it sent up some cool air aloft over Florida last night and this morning, and that kind of enhanced the showers and thunderstorms we had today, but I don't think they're going to be anywhere near as heavy tomorrow. In the Pacific, we have the season finally getting going, with Agatha forming yesterday, and just a few hours later, Tropical Storm Blas formed to the west of it. Both of these storms will head out to sea and not be an issue for anyone. Earlier today, we had a disturbance that looked like it might become Tropical Storm Celia. It doesn't look like that's going to happen now. But the big weather word is hot weather developing this week in the deep south, a result of the jet stream retreating well up to the north, keeping all the cool air in Canada, and double-barreled high pressure on each side of us, bringing temperatures over the century mark coming up by Thursday or Friday. These are the European Center computer models forecast for Friday: 105 at Fayetteville, 106 at Augusta, Valdosta 102, 100 at Nashville. Little Rock, Oklahoma City. For us, it is really hard to get to 100 degrees in Sarasota, even at this time of year, although the record high for today is 100 because of our sea breeze, and I think that will keep us in the mid-90s, even though the rest of the country to the north of us will be baking. Right now, we did have some tornado watches in effect for Kentucky. They've just expired. Some storms back in Texas. Here's that moisture coming up from the south around that Tut Low in Cuba. You can see the strong storms we had earlier today. They are now dissipating, except for that one little cell that Ray was talking about has now moved up well to the northeast of us, and it will dissipate in the next hour. Here's our RPM computer forecast model for Florida for tonight and tomorrow. And Mother Nature may have its own fireworks. Watch this little outflow burst coming right there. It kind of looks like an explosion over Florida, just a circular outflow boundary. And if we take a look at the local area, the winds overnight are going to be from the south. But look at this, not a cloud in the sky. Now, tomorrow afternoon, we could see some thunderstorms developing in the interior, but by evening, the time that the fireworks go off, skies are going to be pretty much clear to partly cloudy, and really no forecast problems for us. Heading to the beach for the 4th of July, it's going to be beautiful. Southwest winds 5 knots, seas 2 feet or less with smooth waters. The water temperature, though, 90 degrees. Here's a 7-day outlook showing that we will have only a 20% chance of showers and thunder showers tomorrow and Tuesday. That chance increases, Ray, on Thursday and Friday as we get a little bit more moisture and more heating.
All right, thank you, Steve. An overzealous Rays fan. The video is next. Stay with us.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new 2016 Lexus ES350 for only $329 or enjoy 0.9% APR. Just $329. Exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
At ABC7, our entire weathercast is dedicated to the Suncoast, and now we bring it to you like never before with the all-new official Suncoast forecast. Beach and boating forecast. The winds will be out of the northwest at 10 knots.
Now, with the most advanced graphics and technology, we bring you weather where you live, pinpointing right down to your neighborhood.
Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront, the all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. We back off butter because we're told it's unhealthy, but a new study shows that may not be necessary.
Monday on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you how butter may not be as bad as you think. John?
Well, we'll watch showers and thunderstorms and the direction that they'll be taking on this 4th of July holiday.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
Monday at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News.
What doctors are doing to make chemotherapy more tolerable. Details in HealthSmart.
Monday at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $16,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
The ability to go to college on a Bright Future Scholarship gave me personally the flexibility to chase a dream. To not have to worry about paying for your college education was absolutely amazing. One step better than that was to leave with no loans. I mean, to start a life, to start a job, to start without having a debt was amazing, and it allowed me to get to where I'm at today.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease the bold new 2016 Lexus RX 350 for only $419 or enjoy 1.9% APR. Just $419. Exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Now, sports.
Well, you can bet the Rays are glad to see the Tigers leave town. A 4-game series, and Detroit won all 4 games. The Rays led most of today's matinee game 1-0, and then the Tigers scored 3 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Final score 5-1. Detroit sweeps the series. Rays are back in action tomorrow afternoon. 4-game series starts with the Angels. And look at this video, a deep dive for a Rays fan today at Tropicana Field. The ball lands on the tarp in foul territory, and an eager fan goes out there on the tarp to get the ball, does a belly flop. He seems pretty pleased with himself, but security's not so happy, and they took him right out of Tropicana Field. Hope that ball was worth it, fella. The most successful Olympian of all time is going back to next month's Olympics with momentum. Michael Phelps won all 3 races in last night's Olympic trials. By the way, he has won 22 medals, including 18 gold. He is the first American male to swim in a 5th Olympic Games. And by the way, the Games start August 5th in Brazil. Up next, a 4th of July tradition on Coney Island. A preview up next.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7 weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
We've got everything you need for your 4th of July festivities. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On a special Suncoast View, we brought in the Sarasota County Fire Department to help us with our fireworks and our grill. Our beauty expert keeps us cool and comfortable with summer skin solutions, plus her must-haves to beat the holiday heat. We talked to NC Hammer about his new wrap venture, plus a field trip to Popcraft Popsicles.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. We back off butter because we're told it's unhealthy, but a new study shows that may not be necessary.
Monday on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you how butter may not be as bad as you think. John?
We'll watch showers and thunderstorms and the direction that they'll be taking on this 4th of July holiday.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
ABC7's Pump Patrol, a list of the Suncoast's cheapest gas on mysuncoast.com.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Fourth of July means one thing, the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Contestants were at Coney Island today for the traditional pre-weigh-in. All eyes are on the 8-time champ, Joey Chestnut. That's a dubious distinction to win this contest. He's trying to upset last year's winner, Matt Stoney, who ate 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes last year. So for those of you who can stomach watching it, this year's contest kicks off tomorrow afternoon. I just don't think we're meant to have
that much food in your belly. No.
No.
No. No. We got some great weather coming up for the 4th of July. I don't think it's going to rain. I mean it this time. I know we got a little rain, but a better chance coming up in midweek. So that's it.
Very clear. Okay, enjoy your holiday if you have it off. Otherwise, we'll see you here tomorrow. Have a good night, folks.